Il gusto della vittoria, della competizione, il gusto di poter vedere vincere anche chi ha budget nettamente inferiori come la Sassari del 2015, il gusto di lottare per rimanere nella categoria. Non esistono manifestazioni in America come la Coppa Italia e questo ha colpito il professore di Ripon College. La NBA ha perso questo fascino, a parte i playoff non attira più dal punto di vista agonistico, l'esempio dei New York Knicks è lampante.
Well, the idea in that article was I've been someone who I've always thought the NBA All-Star game is something that's not particularly interesting. It's there's no game. It's people go out and they joke around. It's not. It feels like a show and not like real basketball. And so when I started talking to Travis about the Coppa Italia,
Yeah.
and sort of this idea that in the middle of the season there's this really important tournament and a team that may not win gets to compete, and then you get the Scudetto thing on your the patch on your jersey, and people come and they're very interested. It's a big contrast with what goes on in the United States, where they have this sort of silly game and they do a dunk contest and it's fun, but nobody's watching it anymore. I mean, people used to watch it a lot in the 1990s with Michael Jordan, but now it's not much of a game. And so the idea was to propose something very different, to say, why don't, what if the top 8 NBA teams had to compete in a Copa America?
Yeah, but maybe from the conference, the two best of each conference, they can make last eight. But the March Madness, I talking with my friend in Gonzaga, is from Italy, in the video analysis of Gonzaga, he said me that March Madness has this kind of dead or alive, dead or alive, is one directly game. Now in the NBA, regular season and All-Star game are not interesting as a playoff.
Right. So the proposal was just to try and do something entirely different. And the NBA has been generally pretty good about experimenting. Like it's one of the more, I think, progressive and thoughtful leagues in the world. They try new things, they do different things, and of course, they do lots of things internationally, and they always have. They really were one of the first leagues in America to open up to the world. So that was the idea. And then, just to say, the other thing is I sort of follow the Knicks, and they're terrible. And they've already stopped playing more or less for this season. And again, the idea of some sort of retrogression, something where they're sent out, that this would complement, just something to change the game a little bit.
La Sardegna e la Dinamo sono state anche un modello di accoglienza per giocatori americani che venivano in Italia come Travis e Drake.
The thing that I think is important is people like Travis and Drake, they got to know Sardegna, they got to know Sassari, they got to know people got to know them, they felt a part of the community in the city, they were playing for their team, they loved their coach. This adds to the chemistry of how you build a team. And I think when you have players who come in for a year and then they move out, you never build a relationship with the fans, you never build a relationship in the community, and it feels transactional.
Yeah, it's the same spirit of the college basketball, because it's the same spirit, this.
Right, and I like that, and I hope that more teams do that, because it changes the spirit. And somebody told me, and I thought it was a good quote, was that Italian basketball doesn't need one more page in Gazzetta dello Sport. This is not how the sport grows and changes.
Yeah.
What we need to do is figure out how to get people who are younger, who are women, who are from different parts of Italy into basketball and enjoying the game as fans and enjoying to play the game.
Pesca il Jolly, il prestito che